Okay, so let's make this clear. You want to learn how to flip phones for $0 because you clicked on this video. And I'm going to give you guys that answer. But one thing I want to make very clear is that I am 100% transparent. My goal in this video is not for you to make quick money. My goal is not for you to be lied to, and also not to sell you on a community. Even though I do have a community, I do have a phone flipping academy, I don't want to sell you on that. I want to tell you a bunch of information for free, so you don't even need to buy that. You don't need to join the academy unless you like getting free products, and also, of course, having 2 classes in a mentorship with me. But again, my YouTube is a mentorship. I always give free game. And of course I don't gatekeep. So keep watching. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Brandon Jones, and I specialize in helping you make an extra income. I've been phone flipping for over a decade. Matter of fact, phone flipping has been something that has really helped me be able to successfully build not only my brand, but my family. I've been able to actually provide for my family with phone flipping. And I know it's not a lot of people that have been able to do that. And contrary to what people believe, there's a lot of phone flippers online, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, everywhere, trying to act like they're just like these ultimate gurus. And if I'm being completely honest, clear, and giving you guys the inside scoop, I know a lot of these phone flippers, and a lot of them are scammers. There are a bunch of people that get phones in different unique ways. And, you know, they have asked me not to tell, and have told several times in a lot of videos. But nevertheless, let's talk about what we're here to talk about. $0? For real? $0. Now, while this is really something you could do, I'm going to tell you how to do it, but I'm also going to tell you how to do it in a manner to where you pay a little bit of money, okay? So, number one, getting phones for $0 has to do with you actually being able to network strategically. Now, I have about 7 people currently that literally flip phones and don't pay for the phones. I do. And the way that happens is they actually charge me a finder's fee, and they go around Philadelphia and they literally are finding phones for me to flip. So what they'll do is they'll make 20 to 10 offers on Facebook. They'll make 10 to 20 offers on OfferUp. And then when they do get a bite, they get somebody that wants to sell the phones, I give them the price list that I have. When they find somebody that wants to actually buy, or they want to sell their phone to them, they actually tell me, hey, I got somebody that wants to sell an iPhone 13. They want to sell it for $150. Then what I do is I go out and I meet with that individual. They tell me what the time and the place that we're going to meet is. And I meet, pay them, get the phone, and then I pay the person that found that deal the finder's fee of like $20, right? Now, again, it's profitable for me because I can't be any and everywhere at all times. So if you're somebody that's looking to be a phone finder, you can literally go on Facebook, go on Offer right now, look for the people that have the We Buy Phones little advertisements, whether it's free or paid. Usually you want to attack people that have these paid promotions that they are looking for phones, and you say, hey, are you interested in finding somebody that will find phones for you, and you just pay a finder's fee? If so, how much would you pay me if I found you credible leads, if I found you phones that you could buy? And this is an easy way for you to build up your capital so you can actually be able to start the phone flip. This is something that I've literally seen people do, and now they phone flip by themselves. Now let's actually talk about how you can phone flip on a budget. How you can actually phone flip and not really have to do all of the hard work. And if you're somebody that doesn't know, I am very crafty at phone flipping and being able to find these deals. Now, you have to first look at establishments. Where do people go that want to buy phones all the time? People that go that want to sell phones all the time. People go here literally to get service. There's AT&T, T-Mobile, Xfinity, and all of these places, right? If you have a connection to any reps that work in these places, you can easily get phones, okay? Now, they won't be free, but they'll be heavily discounted. Let me explain. So when somebody goes into a T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T, you literally, as a rep, get to put the phone in a system, okay? And you usually would be given a price that AT&T or T-Mobile would pay, right? They're never going to pay what we phone buyers pay. They're always going to pay cheaper, right? So they'll probably say, yeah, for an iPhone 13, we'll pay you $125. And the customer probably would say, okay, because that goes towards their bill. But as a rep, if you have a connection to a rep, you could say, hey, when somebody wants to sell their phone, all I want you to do is give them my business card while you also do your job and give them the quote that AT&T, Verizon, or T-Mobile gave them, and ask them to hit me up, and I'll give them a price that is higher than what T-Mobile is. And rep, just to cut you in on a deal and make sure you profit from it, I'll give you a finder's fee. These are unique ways that you can actually get phones for cheap. Another way is going to be with repair shops. So if you don't know, a lot of repair shops are hurting right now. Why? Because businesses like T-Mobile, Verizon, they're actually establishing connections with repair shops that they certify to actually fix phones for them. So if a customer has a cracked phone and they have insurance on their phone, instead of them having to wait and ship the phone out, they can now go to places like Assurant, that have like these mobile shops that they actually can get their phones fixed immediately. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to see a lot of repair locations actually going out of business. But you can actually help them, because what you could say is, hey, I'll give you the credibility and also the capability to buy phones, and you won't have to soak up all the risk. As a repair shop, if you find anybody that wants to sell their phones and they end up selling the phones, I'll give you $20 per phone. Now the repair shop now can hold your business cards in their shop, and you're getting credible leads. They're getting some money when they find these leads that turn over, and everybody wins. And lastly, okay, because again, I bet you didn't know this was that simple. For a pawn shops do not like buying phones, but people want to pawn the phones and sell phones all the time. I currently work with 8 pawn shops in my area alone, and in Jersey I only work with 2, but they're very, very lucrative. I see about 6 to 8 phones per week from each of these pawn shops. And these pawn shops, they don't even require me to pay a bunch of money, because we already have people that are desperate that come into the pawn shops, right? So let me explain first why pawn shops don't like buying phones. Because pawn shops usually don't have connections to wholesale buyers. They only really base their prices off of like eBay and Amazon, and they end up losing money selling phones. So what they would like to do is have somebody that would take that risk on, and that would be you. Instead, when they go ahead and get somebody that wants to buy a phone or sell a phone to them, what they'll do is give you a ring or give you a text and say, hey, somebody wants to sell XXX. And then you say, okay, they want to sell that phone. Tell them that I would pay $280 plus your $20 finder's fee. So it would be $310 that the pawn shop would say that you get what I'm saying? So like that would be the cost for me. And I would cash app into the pawn shop, or I'll come in at the end of the day to actually drop that money off and pick up that phone. It is a win-win. I'm telling you right now, there's so many ways you can get phones without having to pay a lot of money. You just have to think of the unique ways. These are ways you don't even got to go online and work with OfferUp, Facebook, or any of that. You can literally get these phones from the businesses around you. You guys got this, man. Continue to think about how to make money work for you. Keep working, keep growing. Think about joining the community. The link is below, and I will see you guys in the next video.